and welcome to another Sunday Junk Journal Snacks episode. Let's get right in it. I don't want to have a cliffhanger on this video, so I'm going to try to finish the whole thing in one short video. So I've already picked out a page, several pages actually, which are these here. Now, I do love this. This is something that Nadia had put in her journal. I am going to tear it out and use it in some different way. Not today though. And I am going to make a pocket out of this again. I already have two other pockets in here made with these pages. So one was this one about missing the Red Sea. And the other one was this pocket here that I made with the fish. So again, I want to make a pocket. I will just vary it a little bit this time by folding this down, maybe even a bit more like this. And then just sewing up this part here by hand. And I'm just wondering, is there anything else I need to do? Maybe I want to put something else here before I close this up. This is going to be an entry about my Egypt trip to the Red Sea, to Hurghada, a few weeks ago in October. So I want to include some things from that trip. I already made one entry in my traveler's notebook. That was actually the day I came back, which was this one. I didn't do this on camera, so I wrote about it there. I had a really hard time coming back, and I just made this spread for me personally, and that kind of really helped me. But I do want to make another spread in here with some of the items I have. So I'm thinking this here is the envelope that my hotel invoice was given me in. And so I think what I want to do is to cut out a piece like this, and then I can put it in here so that I can still see the hotel name, something like this underneath, but I will probably go over this. So I've cut my piece of paper to fit that place I want to put it, and now I'm just going to put some vintage photo distress oxide on it because I don't want this to look so new and white. It wouldn't go with the rest of my journal. I could have also coffee dyed this, but this is a lot quicker, obviously. Initially, my plan was to glue this in here and then sew this over, but now I'm thinking I don't need to glue it in. I would rather just sew here on the two edges and leave that loose so I can actually also journal on the back side or stick some photos on there or something. I like that better. So now I'm just gonna sew along these two sides. And then you realize you didn't actually close your pocket. You just sewed down the flap. So I will be redoing this. So now I have a nice double pocket, one this way and one this way. I didn't even intend that. I love that. So this can go in here, and that's a journaling spot. And then I want to make a tag to go in here. And as a focal point, I want to use this, which came obviously from a souvenir shop. And I think what I want to do is cut this out and put that here, and then use this as a focal point for a tag. So I'm just going to cut these elements out. Actually, now I'm thinking I want it in Arabic, so I'm gonna cut this part out. So this is what I have now. I've already distressed it a bit so it's not so white. And since this would be a little bit boring, I would like to put something underneath. And this is where your collage fodder comes in really handy. If you don't know what collage fodder is or how to get some or how to make some, please see the video linked below. Then we have this pharaoh cut out from the bag, and I also have my boarding pass of flying to Hurghada from Vienna. I definitely want to include this as well. The height is fine, but the width is not enough. I mean, it would just barely work, but it might look a bit weird. I think what I'm gonna do is cut off just a little bit and then mount this on something that will work with these colors. So I have a bunch of collage fodder here made with packaging paper that I can use as a background. So let me see what I can come up with. And I think I'll put it on this scrap piece of cardstock that I have left over, and then I can use that for journaling on the back. I would love for him to be a bit more gold. So what I'm going to try is adding some Wild Honey Distress Stain on top. And if it goes completely wrong, I have another one from the back side of the bag. I'm guessing you could also do this with watercolor maybe. Oh, it works just fine. Of course, since this is not an inkjet print, but it is a high quality print on a paper bag, it doesn't smear, so that's awesome. Wow, what a change, huh? I love it. And then before I glue him down, I think I'm also going to edge him with some golden gilding wax. This is one I got from Germany that was recommended to me by Vera Elisa from Germany. Hi, hallo, wenn du gerade zuschaust. It's from Craft Emotions, metallic gold. I bought these 3 colors from them. So this is a turquoise and this one is a rose gold. And I think they're great. They are very different in their consistency to the gilding wax that I had used previously. Look how gorgeous. And the cool thing is they smell like orange and they are like non-toxic and everything. So I will link the German website for you below where I got these. And thank you again, Vera Elisa. So these are a lot softer than the paste that I used to use before, which I had also gotten locally. So I'm just gonna put this around the edge. How can you have a pharaoh without gold? I know you can hardly see it, but it is there, I see it. And I'm going to use the turquoise one on the edges of my tag or journaling card, whatever you want to call it. And here I want kind of a nice thick layer so that you can really see that well. Obviously, since this is wax, you shouldn't be using a heat gun or a hair dryer to make this dry faster. So I was thinking, well, what's the opposite of that? So I just now stuck that into my freezer for a couple of minutes. And I think that pretty much did the job, more or less, of helping it dry faster. This wax definitely does not dry as fast as the other one that I have, but I think it's worth the wait. So then I just distressed the edges here with my vintage photo. So this provides a lovely huge journaling space now in the back. And the card fits in here beautifully. So I have the journaling space here. And of course, I have the journaling space on the back here as well. So to stay in the Egypt vibe even while journaling, I'm going to use this fun pen that I bought at the souvenir shop. I think it's really fun. So I will be using this now to journal. Okay, this pen is having a really hard time writing on this cardstock for some reason. It writes perfectly fine on normal paper. So I think what I'm going to have to do is write my text on another piece of paper, maybe a coffee dyed one, and then glue it on. I've decided to use this here, which was the paper bag that I got at the souvenir shop as well. So I'm going to tear this down to fit my card and then use that to write on. Okay, so we can slip it back in here, and I'm sure I will think of something to journal about on this one as well. I will do that off camera. So that's today's input for my journal. And I hope this inspires you to add some ephemera, whether it's from a vacation or from visiting some family or from anything in your daily life, to try to come up with ways to add that to your journal instead of just sticking things down. There's so many things you can do with it. Now, something completely different, something that bugs me every time I open this journal. Now I can't find it. There was one page that keeps sticking, and it really bothers me every time I open it, and I just wanted to show you a super quick fix in case some of your pages stick together. But I would have to find that page in order to show you. This is it. So now it didn't stick, but when I opened it first, it was sticking because there is some Mod Podge on here, and that always tends to stick. So what I just do is I take a piece of a candle and I'm gonna rub it all over this carefully because this is a dried flower. But this will prevent it from ever sticking again. That's something really quick and easy you can just do if you have that issue with any of your pages. There, nice and smooth, problem solved. So I'm gonna say it again, go play, don't just watch me. Go play in your journals. Thank you so much for joining me again today. See you in the next one. Love you guys. Mwah! Mwah!